All right, guys, Johnny with Starting Reds. Let's go on a toy hunt. I just got a call from a gent. He has a basement full of toys. It looks like a lot of modern stuff, Marvel Legends, and things of that nature. But we're going to go check it out and take you along for the ride. We'll see if we can swing a deal. All right, guys, so we're here looking at a massive collection of toys. Let me flip this around. So we have a bunch of Marvel Legends. There's probably about 300 of them, give or take. There's a bunch of Funko Pops. So right now we're just dealing with the Legends, and then probably going to make a deal on the other stuff later. But there's a ton of wrestling figures. You got G.I. Joe, and it's mostly modern stuff. I don't know that there's any vintage. Looks like we got a Voltron there. Bunch of Funkos. We got Black Series, all these boxes. Basically everything you see in this room is toys, plus there's another closet full of toys. You got NECA, you got Transformers, you got a wreath that we can hang on your door for Thanksgiving. But a little bit of everything here. We got some AEW, bunch of wrestling stuff. But we're gonna go through some of this. We're gonna go through the Legends, see what kind of stuff we have here. It looks like there's a bit of everything. Each one of these, they said, was a complete run. So these go back probably 7 deep, I would imagine, on each wave. So you can see which waves are here. Union Jack. Just a boatload of Marvel Legends, guys. So these will be available in the shop if we can work out a deal on them. But tons and tons of stuff. Some are duplicates, he said. You got a little bit of everything. So we're going to talk a little bit, try to work out a deal on this stuff, and then get it loaded up and get back to the shop. All right, guys, we're packing everything up. We did a pretty big deal. We got all the Legends and then some Transformers and some Funko stuff. We're trying to get it packed in the car. Unfortunately, the guy that I bought it from, he would have never made it in the Marine Corps. He's standing behind me, because we have to unpack some of his packing to get stuff fit in different boxes so we can stack stuff and get everything in here. But as you can see, the truck is pretty full. It's mostly Marvel Legends. But yeah, there's a lot of it, so I'm going to move some of this stuff up so we can stack this over here somewhere. I don't know. We're going to stack that box up over here and get this stuff situated. All right, guys, we got everything inside the shop last night. I got back here. Shane was running the shop, and it was slammed, so I didn't really get a chance to do anything with it. So I got in here early today to try to get this stuff sorted out, get this stuff put on the shelves, or as much of it as that we can get out that we don't already have up. But let's go through a little bit. We'll show you some of it. I know we showed some of it in the basement, and we are going to be getting more of that stuff, hopefully. I'm supposed to go back. I only had so much room in my truck. I didn't realize there was as much stuff as it was, or else I would have brought my trailer, because what you saw in that room was just a fraction of it. There was still some other stuff that the gentleman had. There's a closet full and some other stuff. He had some Funko Pops, nothing super expensive. It was just a bunch of kind of common ones, it looks like. I haven't even gone through them all. He kept a lot of the ones that were there you saw in the video, like the Seinfeld and the It's Always Sunny. So some of the stuff he kept, but he's basically just said he's moving, so a lot of the stuff they don't have room for, so it had to go. But there are a ton of Marvel Legends. I think we counted roughly 300 of them. I mean, you have everything going from Into the Spider-Verse, Venom, Serpent Society, you got Captain Marvel, oh god, more Captain Marvel, Iron Man, Civil War, just a ton. I'm not going to go through this all right now, guys. Oh, Doc Ock. A lot of you have been asking about Doc Ock. I got a Doc Ock now. Ever since that movie came out, spoiler alert, with Doc Ock, he's been one people have been looking for, so I'm glad to have that one. We do have a bunch of these retro Transformers. These were, I believe, Walmart releases or something like that. Walmart or Target, I think. But they're basically re-releases of the original vintage ones, so those aren't vintage, but they are made to look like them, so those are the retro carded ones. And most of these totes, guys, are Marvel Legends. I mean, as you can see, Age of Apocalypse, it goes all the way up. He had Sleepwalker, like the newest set that came out, so the No Way Home, I think it was. So you got the Infinity Saga, I mean, there's movie ones. This was in there, and I just had to get this. This thing is just cool. I'm going to try it on. Okay, so it doesn't quite fit. This is made for a child's head, and I have a large noggin, so this cool WWF's hat. I don't know how old this is. I hope it didn't have lice, because I just put it on my head. Probably not. 1985 Titan Sports hat. You got Superfly Snuka, Hot Rod, Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant. That's pretty cool. It's got, like, dog hair on it, but that thing's pretty cool. Speaking of wrestling, he did have a lot of wrestling. We didn't get to that stuff. We will get to that on the next deal here, hopefully. So there's some of these AEW figures. And I guess he said he traveled for work, so he'd just kind of drive around and pick stuff up. Some more AEW. Got Sting. I think he's the only one from AEW I recognize. And Cody Rhodes. Is that Dusty Rhodes' son? That one's pretty neat. That's kind of made to look like the old wrestling superstars figures. Those ones are. Legends out the wazoo. You can see some of the newer stuff, like this X-Men House of X run. Then you have, like, I guess this was... that was a Mr. Hyde Build-A-Figure. Oh, Shang-Chi. This is the Venom Build-A-Figure wave. I mean, guys, this is a ton of Legends. I had another gentleman brought in a bunch of Legends, I guess a week ago, and it was 9 totes full of Legends. So we are stocked on Marvel Legends. If you guys need Legends, swing on out, because we have them. So there's some of these retro carded ones. You got Cap, Punisher, Wolverine. I know Gwen Stacy's in there. Green Goblin, Spider-Man. I mean, there's just too much to really kind of go through right now to show every single thing, but I'm just kind of trying to show a little bit of everything that we got. This is, I guess, a Funko Pop t-shirt. Extra large. That fits me. That might not be for sale. That might be worn on me. Got the, what's his name? Devastator. Retro carded one. Omega Red. There's another Funko Pop in there. But it's a good mix of everything. We started looking through some of the bins, or the boxes that are in there. You got the Kraven Spider-Man 2-pack. A couple more Funkos in there. But we started going through some of the boxes, and there's a ton of DC, like the, what's it called? Multiverse stuff. I'm going to walk around the shop as I'm talking. I'm not going to go that way. Kind of show you guys some of the new setup that we have. Just getting stuff moved around. As new stuff comes in, obviously, we make space. This is more of the stuff from that collection. Some more of the retro figures. We have the Punisher 2-pack. A couple more of the Funkos. This was actually in that collection when I went to see Justin Curry. And I'll show you what we're doing with a lot of that stuff soon. We have our Funko Pop stuff back there. This is stuff I just got in. These things are pretty cool. So if you guys aren't following Geek Meets Eats, she brought this by the other day. I guess it's a little vinyl figure. They're handmade by robots. They're really cool. Little stripe one. That's mine. She brought it by to give it to me. Those figures are pretty neat. So what we're doing with the all those mugs and cups is my mom makes these like hot chocolate bombs and like Oreos dipped in fudge, and these coffee spoons and hot chocolate spoons. So I figured, what better way to get something out for, you know, that person who has everything, that likes chocolate and coffee and Star Wars. Maybe like an Easter basket or whatever. Kind of little gift thing idea. So we came up with that to use these mugs for. These things are actually really, really good. And speaking of Brandy over at Geeks Meets Eats, she did pick one of these up the other day. I think she's using it for a giveaway, so I'm not exactly sure what her giveaway is, but I know she called me and asked if I had any left. So now these are the coffee ones. So French vanilla and I think hazelnut. So you just basically put that in your coffee and stir it with a spoon, and voila, you have a flavored coffee. Or the hot chocolate ones, you just stir in milk, warm milk, and it turns it into hot chocolate. So thanks to Nana for that, for making that idea a reality. And then we just have some of her cookies here if you want to, you know, get fat. So some of the other new stuff that we've been getting in the shop, we got some more of the NECA Gremlins, the stem. We got these Cats vs. Pickles. Now these things are really cute. They're like kind of like beanbaggy. Little boop, cats and pickles. Boop, there. The weight's on the bottom. If you drop them, they stand up. But yeah, light bulbs. Vikings, pie. So I guess some are cats and some are pickles. But those have been pretty popular. We have the big ones as well. So we got Alf. This is the Kid Robot Alf. We got a bunch of those in stock. And then we have some of these funnies over here, which are also Kid Robot. These things are super soft. That is not an avocado. That is Slimer. But we have Slimer. We have Alf, smaller one. There's a Stay Puft in there. You got the Ghostbuster logo. We got Wacko and Dot. I don't know where Yakko is. We ordered Yakko as well, but he's not in. We've been getting more of these blind bags or blind boxes. So we have Hello Kitty, we have Care Bears, we have the little Soy Delicious ones. Those are super cute. Someone bought those and opened one up. They're really neat. So we have a lot of different stuff you can use for Easter baskets. We're kind of rearranging our Star Wars stuff. So as you can see, we have a bunch of the Clone Wars stuff, a lot of the stuff from the Saga collection. We've got a bunch of comic packs over there. But we kind of took a lot of the duplicates that we had of the Black Series. and pared everything down, so everything is here now. So all the Black Series figures, with the exception of the big boxes, are on this rack. There's a ton of them on there, but the ones that we were able to pare down were the ones that were duplicates, so we have like 2 of each over there instead of having like some of them had like 5 out here. So moved our spawn back here. I know we used to have a shelf here, and I just figured I could get more stuff here, so we put the spawn stuff back here. Again, here's a bunch of the big figs that we got from that collection with Justin. Moved all those in, got those priced. So a lot of Star Wars stuff kind of back here. I still need to clean it up back here a little bit, kind of consolidate and get stuff a little cleaner looking back here. We have some Barbies back here. I might try to consolidate all the Barbies up to the front, just on that one half of the table, to open up some space back here for some more stuff. We do have the Miraculous Ladybug and her pals. Lord of the Rings stuff has been pared down a lot. If you guys remember when we first opened, this took up an entire table, and this is what's left of the Lord of the Rings figures. We got some more Black Series, some of the more rare packs in here, as well as some more vintage. Always putting new vintage stuff out, guys. Mythic Legions, I need to restock my shelves here. So you can see I got an empty peg, which I don't like empty pegs. Got the Revelations there. But yeah, guys, we've been busy. There's a lot of videos that are coming out, just collections that we've been getting, and some fun stuff. And we got some news that we will be releasing hopefully soon here. Some big news with the shop. But as you can see, Marvel Legends, I mean, we're stocked. These things are, what, 5 deep? And there's a lot. I mean, there's some duplicates in there, obviously, but there's a ton of different figures. So if you need a Marvel Legend, I mean, we probably have it for you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a new home for these bigger things that I have down here. And with all those new Legends, I'm going to run that all the way across. I mean, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that'll give us, you know, room for 40 more figures down there. 41. And then just some spots like this where we sold a couple small items. I go around during the day and just kind of try to get all those little holes filled. And the Simpsons have moved over here, our wall of yellow. If you guys remember, these were on our table up front, or on the wall back there, and I kind of consolidated everything over. And it's amazing. I have found how much stuff you can fit in here if you move a couple pegs up or down, and you could just change a little thing here or there, and it gives you so much more room. So, got some of the NECA over here, the horror stuff, which is kind of spilled over onto this rack. In addition to the wall over here, I need another Thalyog up there. We try to keep this nice and stocked. So if you need your horror fix or your movie fix, you know, we have the NECA stuff there for you guys. And yeah, I got to get to this before we open up, guys. So I'm going to get this stuff squared away. Let's get this stuff on the shelves, guys. We'll see you at the shop.